NFTs, the Soho house of the digital world. People are buying and selling these digital assets for millions and millions of dollars, and everyone is talking about it. But what are they, and what makes them so valuable that people are investing tons of money? That's what we're gonna break down to you coming right up. What's up, everyone? Sean Azari here. For those that don't know me, that just landed on this video or podcast, I'm the founder of Reborn Design that I founded in 2019. It's the art company that you see behind me, where I design digital art and print them on canvases, apparel, and accessories. And I got really interested in the space. Actually, I first heard of it earlier this year. I believe it was January, February, where my community was like, you got to take these digital pieces and turn them into NFTs. But I was like, what is an NFT? I had no idea. I heard about it here and there through my friends, but it really caught my attention and caught a lot of people's attention when Beeple sold his digital art piece for $69 million. And I'm like, wow, man, people really value digital artwork, which is great. It pumped me up because it is art. It is powerful. But what I wanted to do, and as I'm working on launching my collection for Reborn, I wanted to do it right. I didn't want to just give my community a JPEG or an MP4 video file and be like, all right, here it is. Good luck. You could change your Twitter profile pic, and that's awesome. I just gained $2,000. I didn't feel right about it. It just didn't make sense. So I had all these questions, and I did so much homework. I at least did about 200 plus hours of research, and that's why I'm creating this series, because I'm in love with this space. I see the opportunity, and as I'm building up my journey, I want to share the knowledge with you guys. And we're gonna call this podcast, it might change, 3 steps ahead, because you got to be always ahead of the game. So I hope you like that. So NFTs, let's break it down to you. I'm sure if you just Google it, you're gonna see it stands for Non-Fungible Token. I'm gonna just read over here. It basically transforms digital works of art and other collectibles into one-of-a-kind verifiable assets that are easy to trade on the blockchain. So what does that mean? Okay, that's great. So you could store something on the blockchain, and anyone that purchases it gets a unique ID. It's like their contract that shows proof that you own that piece, and no one can replicate it, because people could look on the blockchain to see you if you're actually the owner. So that's the beauty of it. Now, how do you make it, or why is it so valuable? That's what it took me a while to understand, because that's what I'm like, all right, I'm gonna launch this collection. All right, I'm gonna give them one-on-one pieces of art. That's great, but what if they want to resell it? How can I make that valuable? I understood the whole, if you buy an Andy Warhol, a physical asset, and why it's so valuable. Like if you buy it at a good deal and you sell it at 2 times, 3 times the amount, I get that. I just couldn't understand it until now with the digital piece. So let's compare it to a few scenarios, because this is what's happening. 1, NFTs allow you to become the next Soho house. What does that mean? What is Soho House? Soho House, if you guys don't know, it is a private membership that costs about $3,000 a year, and you only could get into it through a referral process, and you have to be in a certain industry. So it's a process to get into it. Not everyone can. And then you pay also $3,000 a year, and you get all these perks. You could hold events there. You can have your meetings there. It's actually a great networking spot, really beautiful. And there's tons of people that want to be in it but can't. So that's what NFTs essentially are. One aspect. There's going to be many other avenues of what NFTs are opening up for. It allows you to create your own community and be exclusive about it. But the utility, so you're going to hear this term all the time, utility. Utility is what's behind the art itself that gives it its value. Let's also compare that with Costco. Costco is a supermarket where you could buy wholesale items at a cheap price. You pay an annual fee to be a member. But let's say, just hypothetical, that Costco had 4,000 memberships only, limited to 4,000 people. And Costco is the only supermarket in the world that had the most fresh vegetables and fruits out there. No one else could get their hands on it. The most fresh. Everyone else get the secondary. It's disgusting. It's terrible. It's just be imaginative. Just be creative here. And let's say that you get 80% off all grocery items for a whole year if you are an NFT or a member. If you only have 4,000 and it sells out, damn, someone else is gonna want to buy it. They want to eat their vegetables, and then the actual holder, the membership holder, be like, you know what? I'm good. I had it for a good 6 months. I don't need it anymore. There's a huge demand for it. I know there's tons of people that want it and they'll pay double for it. That's what's going on now in the NFT space. You're creating that membership. That's where the value comes in. I hope that helps. Another outlet to look, another analogy I like to put it, NFTs are now a way to crowdfund your business or idea. If crowdfunding is, right now, I think you could go to GoFundMe, and that's not GoFundMe. There's tons of these crowdfundings that people are raising money. They create this campaign or a prototype of their awesome product or idea they have and ask for money. And sometimes there's incentives for people that invest into your idea. This is where the roadmap comes in the NFT space. This is where I see it. Your roadmap is like, hey, look, I'm gonna have 2,000 NFTs in my collection, one-on-ones. If 50% of them get sold, I will do this, because now you're raising money. So you have that. So that's how I'm looking at it as well. It's such a great space. This is going to open up a lot of opportunities. However, and this is why I wanted to start this podcast, because with my background, I also own a marketing company called Breakthrough Social. And I've been marketing for the last, 7 years. And I've seen a lot of fucking bad shit happen. When people are not familiar with an industry, people start to take advantage of it. And there's a lot of red flags I see a lot of things going on where people are hyping up projects because this industry is not regulated. People are creating these fake roadmaps and putting fake people behind it. You don't even see the person. They don't even put their actual bio or their full name. And they raise money because they understand the market before anyone else did. And they're hiring influencers. They're creating these Discord channels that they're owned by like the same 3 people. We'll get into that in another video and podcast. And they're creating this FOMO, and people are putting their money on the line. And then guess what? The next day, it disappears. Their money is gone. So, this space is going to be awesome. It's going to be a great thing to look forward to, but it's also going to open up the door to a lot of these scam artists that we got to be all aware of, because they're going to take advantage of it. All right, everyone, I hope you liked this episode. I'm really excited again to put out my collection, which is the first one. I believe it's going to be called Never Stop Hustling. So stay tuned for that. And by the time you watch this, it might be launched. It's going to be actually a 3-month auction where the bid is going to start at a certain price. And the initial buyer will receive an infinity object. So it's a video frame of the design, which is the design that I think it was one of my first few designs that I came out with Reborn. And the story behind that is I was at a traffic light and it was red, and I was like, I gotta go. I gotta move. I had a lot of things to do that day, and just like any other day. And I was like, you know what? That would be a awesome piece, because I hate red. I'm always on the green. So I'm like, I just think about a traffic light with just, it's all green lights, and embedded into the light, it's never stop hustling. So now I took that design, made it a motion asset where you'll see the lights turning green and a loop effect. So the buyer will receive that, which is really exciting, and it's gonna be a one of a kind. And also they'll able to collaborate with me for their own custom canvas, because that's a huge demand in my market. It's just impossible to do that for everyone. So they also get that. They also get a gift card for my store. So that's the utility that I'm putting behind it. And the beauty about that, I could always add on to it for, if the user wanted to resell that NFT later on. So that, again, excited to put that out there, and a bunch more collections that I have in mind that I'm getting ready for. Not in mind, I'm getting ready for it, and tons of perks behind it. and stay tuned. So if you're watching this on YouTube, let me know what you thought in the comments. Hit the thumbs up button if you liked it. And if you're listening to this on iTunes, give us a 5-star rating. And stay tuned for the Discord channel, which I'm creating for Reborn, which again, that's another, damn. Anyone that is not familiar with Discord, it reminds me of Blizzard. Blizzard, I don't know if you guys remember when you downloaded or when you had Warcraft, Diablo, those Blizzard games, you go to a chat room and everyone's like, all these memes are popping up and these emojis. It's very overwhelming at first. Then I'm like, wow, I see how powerful Discord is and why people are marketing to build up their channel, because it's huge. There's a lot of potential in Discord, which again, I'm excited to build out that community, build out that channel. I'll let you know when that's out, and also talk about things to watch out for amongst these channels, because again, people are taking advantage of things that people are not familiar with, but an outlet that people should be on and get familiar with. So anyway, ciao.